Are y'all ready for these mind-blowing videos from all around the world sent in by you all that's going to make us question every single video? Thank you, Mont Jones, for the next couple of videos.
I genuinely can't believe that this happened,
Y'all,
but
I've seen this on my
apparently
feed.
it's true. It's a true story. Apparently, a 21-year-old woman named Maria Eduarda Rodriguez de Freitas passed away on Saturday, June 13th of 2026 in a rope jump, like a bungee jump accident at Ponte de Esquelito in Limeira, Sao Paulo State, Brazil. Apparently, the jump was from a platform of approximately 40 meters high on or near the Ponte de Esqueleto, which is like a popular bridge area for extreme sports like rope jumping, rappelling, motocross, things like that. And according to police officers and witness reports and the no-joke video that's circulating all over the place, the company forgot to attach the bungee cord, and they threw her off the cliff.
Ooh.
They threw her off the cliff without attaching her bungee cord.
I can't even imagine.
And so she fell straight to the ground and passed away after she crashed. Like, I don't know how this happens. Like, how does that even happen? You run a bungee jumping company and you just threw a woman off. So far, 6 people have been arrested by military police, including 2 men who fled into a wooded area and were found with help from a helicopter. Apparently, the company's been charging around $180 or $32 per jump, and they had other events scheduled at another place. This is the biggest error that a human being can make at this type of an event, is not attaching a bungee cord to somebody who's about to bungee jump and literally tossing her off essentially a cliff.
That made it worse.
I don't even know what to say. I'm not going to show the video because it's graphic. Like, you don't see anything, but I don't want to show you a girl being tossed off a cliff. It's all over the internet. This is the poor girl's picture, though, up here.
Yeah.
This is one of the heads. There's 9 different heads. There's 8 different Bigfoot. 3 of them are intact. The other ones, all the parts fit together. So in total, there's like 8.5. This is 2 of them that are intact. They're smaller. They're dwarf. The larger dwarf is about 8 feet tall. The other one's about 4 feet tall. Here's another shot of the dwarf. So there's only 3 that were not taken apart. Here's the dwarfs again. So, and there's another one that is intact. It's about 9 feet tall, and that's this one. So all the parts fit together, except there's like leftover parts.
Why his face look like this in all the pictures?
I guess that there was no room, and my father and his friend, they decided to just take what they could. That's the one that's 9 feet tall.
You want to be light-skinned so bad.
All of the specimens were kept in freezers over the years, so they are almost completely dry, meaning I'm just not sure. So I did hook up a vacuum and an actuator to the walk-in, and we're just going to make sure that they're all completely freeze-dried. But the small ones, seems like they already are.
Charles Barkley just revealed the script that the New York Knicks were going to win the championship. Check this video out.
That's what I'm saying. Why he tapping?
Let me slow it down for you so you can hear it.
Why he tap his hand? Look, you said too much. Look.
Did you see Kenny's face when Charles said that? He was like, no, I can't believe he just said that. This is more proof that the NBA is 100% scripted.
I'm not feeling it.
They're telling you right to your face. Listen to what Derrick Rose had to say about the NBA.
You're right. But if I didn't get injured, I would not found myself. I
Derrick Rose said he would not have found himself if he was still a part of the circus, aka the NBA. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Not only that, a fan got a tattoo that the New York Knicks were going to win the championship. Check this video out.
What did you say? The New York Knicks gonna win the NBA championship. And what did you put? 2025, 2026 NBA champs, New York Knicks. Okay, then you said your person told you what? He said if the Knicks win, which they will, he said he's gonna add the trophy on free.
Why would a random guy get this
From the same
tattoo
person?
that the New York Knicks were going to win the championship?
Don't even look
And
good.
he said they will, like he already knew. Maybe he knows somebody in the NBA. Something's going on out here, guys, and I don't care to get to the bottom of it. All I know is that the NBA is 100% scripted.
It
But
is.
of course, shout out to the New York Knicks for taking the championship. New York City is very happy, but little do they know that this was all rigged and scripted since the beginning. Let me know what's your thoughts on this, because I done told you my thoughts on this, and I came with proof that the NBA is scripted. I gotta go, B.
No, congratulations to the Knicks, because I know it happened like 53 years since they won like a championship. I'm telling you, I stopped watching the NBA, and when I was watching this, I said, this is why I stopped, because this stuff is so rigged. They would be down, then they'd be up, then it's like, y'all won Spurs back to back on their home court, then y'all come to your own home court, and now y'all losing. If it's gonna be scripted, at least make it look entertaining. Don't make it look like to the point where we can tell it's fake. Like, some people to this day probably can't tell the WWE is scripted, because that's how great the acting is. So we gonna script, make it look good, make it look entertaining to where people gotta question, is this scripted or not?
I don't know what the f I'm observing right now,
Come on, B.
but this branch right now that this bird's on is
Hold on, I think in the air?
in the middle of mid-air, attached to nothing.
What? Sofa.
It's a fake trap. That's what it is. It's a fake trap.
This doesn't make no sense.
What am I watching?
There is no way that's floating in the air by a spider web.
Oh yeah.
What is going on
absolutely
out here,
not.
guys? Because branches are floating now. Not only that, birds are getting on it. Now, I don't know who that lady is, where this is at, but something is going on out here, guys, that nobody could explain. One bird was on it, the other one came, and the other one left, and it's still floating in mid-air. It's over. The Matrix is falling, whether you want to believe it or not.
It is.
You still worried about that family vacay that you got coming up? Shut up! That's not gonna happen. Maybe this is AI, or maybe it's not. But branches are floating in mid-air, and a spider web is not holding it up.
Right.
I'm just playing on, guys. Entertainment purposes only. You really believe this? Floating branches with birds getting on and getting off? Come on now, this gotta be AI. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you see branches floating in the air with birds getting on and off of it. Let me know. Wow.
This is why I do not give people the opportunity to play with my life.
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
climbing any mountains. I am not jumping out of any plane. And I'm definitely not bungee jumping. This 21-year-old woman in Brazil went bungee jumping and lost her life due to a human error. You heard what I just said? 21-year-old woman in Brazil went bungee jumping. They didn't attach the cord. It is a video showing her being thrown off the side of a cliff.
Look at the rope.
And she lost her life. Oh, you don't believe me, right? Look at this is moments before it happened. Why isn't the cord on them? They didn't put the cord on this lady.
I don't understand.
Nobody noticed that? And this is why I say what I say. And before I say it, I'm going to say rest in peace to this lady. But people trust everything but God here. Trust these people with your life. They supposed to be making sure everything is all right. They were supposed to make sure that she had that cord on her. Nobody behind them noticed that that cord wasn't locked. Nobody behind them noticed that that cord wasn't on them.
Right.
Mind you, after this, the people that worked there, him, and I don't know if that's a lady or a man over there, they ran. They hid. Mind you, the location that they was at has been shut down for over 3 years.
Oh,
This
gosh.
woman and her husband paid $32 to go bungee jump. And that $32 I don't need to say it, right?
No.
My question is, how did they completely forget to set up that cable?
Me too.
Or did they forget to set up that cable?
I'm confused.
I just tell you this much. I'm not doing no like that. I'm out.
Now I kind of want to make you question the husband, because I'm pretty sure that was him that filmed, or that was filming. And one, did you not see them put on all the equipment? And then two, you filming, you don't notice in the corner that there's rope on the ground. So was this a setup? I don't know. This story just don't make sense to me. I know more information is going to come out though. So I'll wait. Hey, y'all already know my favorite quote. The difference between the truth and conspiracy is that you give it 3 to 6 months, meaning the truth always comes out. Yeah, that wasn't no human error. That was completely intentional. Someone said, I believe it was a paid job. I think he wanted a divorce. Something don't add up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that video's all over the internet.
Something is very wrong, as these might not be human beings, and many who have gone near them are warning that something not from here has finally started to reveal itself. People were terrified after footage from Paris shows figures walking straight towards the camera with solid black eyes, no expression, with their bones coming out of the heels of their foot, and many warning these things are not only here and ready to attack, but they want us to know. Haunting footage shows the skin on the heel when pressed is exactly like living flesh, with
Paris
veins,
always doing
pores,
some
and
weird
each one
stuff.
appearing in a different shape of human skin, with the museum now examining it and classifying it using only one word, mutation, and they won't tell us anything more. But it gets much worse, as reports from the creatures themselves reveal each one of them is built from a full body scan using a real living person, matching their exact skin, veins, and down to individual hairs, just to make this, with more now being filmed gathering in Paris, each appearing in a different human form.
Thank you, Ruben, for the video.
Animals that we do eat are the very animals that turn us into the animals that they want us to be. Easiest way to get into people's heads, to get into their minds, dumb them down, and produce what I call chattel and sheeple. This is why the Jews and the Muslims will not eat swine, simply because if they're dumb enough to eat swine and become a swine, because you are what you eat, that's how they've turned humanity into swine. They give you beef so that you can be a chattel, part of their property. They give you mutton so you can be a sheeple. They give you fish so you can be in the element of water, ignorant. The Egyptians never ate fish because they said, well, why? We become stupid when you eat fish, because they're dumb. They come from an element which is unknown to us. We don't operate in that element, so we shouldn't eat from that element. Rabbits make you a rabbit, run like a rabbit. Chicken, so you can be chicken-livered coward. Goat, so they can make you a sacrificial goat and a scapegoat. This is all done deliberately. And not only have they genetically modified all the breeds that we recognize, the Roman elite, they hybridized the wild hog with human DNA and made the pink conventional pig that we have out of human DNA. It's the lowest, absolutely the lowest form of food you can eat. So very important to modify what you eat.
I could be wrong, but I truly think that he's speaking in the direction of them genetically modifying the meat, because Yahuwah has in his word the meats that we can and can't eat from. Thank you, Hector, for the video.
So Google aims to release 64 million good mosquitoes in California and Florida.
They're making mosquitoes?
Oh, gosh.
They're breeding them.
So they're breeding these mosquitoes with a certain bacteria. They're trying to get released in California and Florida. And the goal is for these male mosquitoes that they carry this bacteria, they mate with the females and make them sterile. Basically reduce the mosquito population by sterilizing the eggs.
Didn't you guys watch Lilo and Stitch?
We did.
We did.
Isn't the mosquitoes, like, that's the only reason we don't get obliterated by aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a deeper agenda, Jen.
Yikes.
I'm kind of about it.
The mosquitoes?
If it works, if their plan works.
Google?
Do you know they've done
If
it already?
their plan works.
These mosquitoes carry a bacteria that make another creature sterile.
Oh, no.
What's to say that it can't work its way into us?
This is Silo in real life.
Oh, no. Although
Oh, not
mosquitoes
Silo,
with
that's my
bacteria
show.
gives us malaria.
If you can't get people to take, bring them.
That
Why
part.
Google?
They have the money, they have the resources. That's the
That
manpower.
part.
Like, that's why people are saying, "Oh, that's why Google's doing it." That's why.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Mike, for the videos.
What that shorty posted on her. What was I telling y'all? But it take for other people to post this though. Look!
That's a quote.
I literally was showing y'all that these companies are buying everything.
that these things are being traded. Y'all seen it, they said BlackRock, right? But when I showed y'all this, and then I kept telling y'all about this, a lot of people ain't want to listen, gang. You can literally look this up, bro. Only if you gonna really listen to this. I'm telling y'all, I'm always early. I'm always ahead of the curve. I first told y'all right there, but y'all ain't listen, did you? What?
Up, dude. Did you hear that today the first ever recorded human murder death kill by an autonomous robot is confirmed? We got our first robot kill, homie.
Well,
taking out the flashback. Hey, yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Again.
That's what I'm shocked.
Yeah, tell the big guy. No, they got robots. They're killing each other with robots now. It's Terminator down here. We need yeah, get the boat ready. All right, thanks. I'll call Noah. Bye.
Has made it very clear he is not a Christian.
My beautiful Christians, I love you Christians, I'm a Christian.
Many people before his second term believed he was. Several Jewish rabbis are proclaiming Trump as modern-day King Cyrus, a non-Jewish messiah. King Cyrus is the non-Jewish person who helped them rebuild their land after the 70-year exile. He let them go back to Israel and rebuild the temple that the Babylonians destroyed. And to stamp this, there's a coin in Israel that has Trump and Cyrus's face. The back of the coin reads in Hebrew, "He charged me to build a house in Jerusalem," which means God told him to do so. I don't know if you remember the Butler shooting, but his right ear was pierced. In Revelation 13:3, one of its heads seemed to have a mortal wound, but its mortal wound was healed, and the whole earth marveled as they followed the beast. So this is all connected to religious prophecy. You can find the entire world script from religious text. So many Jews believe that Trump was anointed by God to help Israel build the third temple. But here's the problem. They can't rebuild the third temple right now because the Al-Aqsa Mosque is in that location, which is the third holiest site in all of Islam. Once you see that mosque get destroyed, that is when the last war will start. At first, the Christians and Muslims will fight, and then eventually turn on the perpetrators once they realize they have been deceived, which will then usher their Messiah, which is the Christian Antichrist. This war will escalate because it's designed to, making the prophecies appear true. And it will lead to a world war and a global reset under the new economic system of technocracy. And here's the connection. Elon Musk's maternal grandfather, Joshua N. Haldeman, he was a prominent leader in the technocracy movement during the 1930s and the 1940s. He was pushing that political movement, and that advocates for replacing politicians and business leaders with scientists and engineers and technologists. That's to run a data-driven, quote-unquote, highly efficient society. So that's what they're going to usher in.
That was the whole USA.
After this last world war. The war is viewed by both Christians and Jews as the final battle that fulfills their respective end-time scripts. This is a religious war.
Design of for every individual person, that mRNA, you can make that robotically, again using AI, in about 48 hours.
2,000 years we were a stateless people. We love the country of Israel, and we'll do everything we can to support the country of Israel.
We've been collecting this information for so long, and long before NSA was collecting it. Let me tell you who was collecting it. American Express, Bank of Visa, all of your credit card data, all of your financial records.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
The first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI models. When we want to ask a question, we've provided that AI model with all the data they need to understand our country.
Adolf Hitler and his grandmother. His grandmother was impregnated by the Rothschilds in Vienna, and then Hitler's father was paid money to change his name from Schicklgruber to Hitler. This woman here, Marilyn Monroe, was the first presidential model slave that they allowed the public to see. James Mansfield, who was under mind control, she was one of JFK's girlfriends, and she's a member of LaVey's Church of Satan. And Sammy Davis Jr. was also under LaVey's control, a member of a Church of Satan, and also a good friend of JFK. Now let's look at Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln's mother, Nancy Hanks, was visiting Lincolnton, North Carolina, when she was impregnated by A.A. Springs. A.A. Springs was a descendant of the Rothschilds, and the Springs had changed their name from Springsteen to hide their genealogy, to hide their Rothschild blood. Now, this man here, Leroy Springs, was Abraham Lincoln's half-brother, and he worked for Louis Cass Pasteur, who was one of the most powerful men in the United States of his time, and his descendants are still very powerful and are still unknown. He was of the Merovingian dynasty, the 13th Illuminati bloodline.
Okay, so today we learned that there are two United States. There's the actual physical United States of America, States of the Union, and then there's the federal government, which is known as the U.S. The U.S. is a corporation, and all of the states are sub-corporations of the main corporation. All U.S. citizens are legal fictions. They're sole proprietorships, which are discarded entities or unincorporated businesses that are created in the U.S., which is a corporation. So they're creations of an entity, right? Which then is assigned to you at birth or whenever you get a social security number.
Right.
Officers are extensions of this corporation and can only interact with you in a commercial capacity. So by you conferring, by getting a license that you are a business, right? You are the sole proprietorship and not the living person. Cops can then interact with you commercially, and that's where this whole debauchery, sets off.
We're watching bombs drop in Iran. They pretty much handed the keys of the entire banking system directly to crypto companies, and I'm going to prove it. Now, the war is real, but in the case of a long-term crypto investor, a lot of the FUD could be just smoke and mirrors, because we had the Office of the Comptroller, the OCC, basically drop a 370-page formal stablecoin regulation, not a proposal, a discussion paper, a rule book, and they're writing the crypto foundation of the U.S. banking system, and nobody's paying attention to what's going on. This gets no mainstream media at all. After dropping that, they literally had 11 companies receive federal banking charters in 83 days. We're talking about Circle, Ripple, BitGo, Paxos, Fidelity, Morgan Stanley. And basically a federal banking charter means you're a nationally recognized bank. You can operate in all 50 states under one set of rules. Now that's cool, because obviously having a lawyer for each state is crazy, and trying to run a crypto company, because that's what they used to do, that's great. But what's really crazy is the fact that they have access to the Federal Reserve's payment rails. We have FedWire, the system that moves $5 trillion a day, the same pipes Bank of America and Wells Fargo use to move money. Crypto companies have the keys to the same exact system. And that's not theoretical, that's a fact. And then we had the Kansas City Fed just approved Kraken for a direct Federal Reserve account, a crypto native company born on the internet now plugged directly into the Federal Reserve. It was so disruptive that we had the American Bankers Association, which is 150 years old, write letters to regulators begging them to slow this down because they don't see what's happening. They're trying to protect their $500 billion in deposits walking out of the traditional banks and into stablecoins. Now, I think one of the reasons it's happening so fast because all of it feeds into the Genius Act. Every dollar that's created in a stablecoin has to be backed one-to-one with U.S. Treasury. So all of that money actually enters into the system to buy back government debt. So obviously the government really wants this to happen. Tether's already holding, as we know, $141 billion in government bonds. We had Standard Chartered project that it's going to hit $2 trillion by 2028. That's $1 trillion in new treasury demand that didn't exist before through the stablecoin mechanism. And we also made a video that if it's marked as a deposit, the banks get to essentially fractionalize the stablecoins as well, which is a whole nother video. But I mean, they have so many more tools of control and wealth creation now that stablecoins exist. The U.S. Treasury Secretary projected $3.7 trillion flowing through the system. That's more debt absorbed than Japan and China combined. And there's no financial model that accounts for what happens when DeFi enters the loop. We have banking charters, Fed accounts, the law is signed, the infrastructure is running. This is the future of finance, like right now. And I'm telling you, nobody really gets it. Nobody understands anything I just said. Like, no one. Please explain it to somebody.
Dang, they got this all from one picture?
History repeats itself. This will be a stock market crash and no one realizes it. Tomorrow, SpaceX lists at $1.77 trillion. And Fidelity just cut their minimum investment for retail traders from $500,000 to $2,000. Robinhood, SoFi, and the others have no minimum. Now look, I've been in the markets for a decade and I've never seen this happen before, so I've spent hours studying all past IPOs, and here is what almost always happens next. First, you got to understand why this is happening. For decades, Wall Street locks out retail traders of all these major IPOs, but this time it's different. Now, a normal IPO will hand 5 to 10% to retail in terms of the shares that it distributes. SpaceX reserved 30%, which is over triple the standard, and that is not them being generous. Remember, someone has to be the buyer of these. But here is the part that is buried in the fine print. They're going to sell you to buy at $135. They will not let you sell. Because if you sell your SpaceX shares in the first 15 days on Fidelity, you are flagged a flipper, and you get a 6-month ban, and then a year, and then permanent, and this is tied to your social security number. Robinhood locks you for 30. So notice what's happening here. They're dropping every barrier to get you in, and then they're bolting the door shut behind you. You do not build a one-way door unless you already know which way the crowd has to run. But here is what they know that you don't. An IPO is not the start of the run, okay? It is the exit. The people who have been insiders, the employees, the early backers are gonna turn all of this paper they have into cash. Remember, somebody is gonna have to sit on the other side of those trades, and this week, they are building those someone out of millions of $2,000 accounts. And if history repeats, it shows us the ending every single time. True has studied 30 major tech IPOs over 15 years. Every one had serious drawdown in year one, which was a median of 54% drawdown. Now, only 43% of these IPOs were even green after another year. The names you remember are probably Facebook, which went negative 54%, Snapchat, which went negative 56%, Uber, negative 68%. Now, let's price in SpaceX into this history. 1.77 trillion, 94 times their sales, a 4.9 billion loss last year. And the doors are opening to the smallest account in the markets, and the exit is locked for 15 days. Like, that is not insider access. That is distribution at the top. We have seen this time and time before. The 2000 .com crash. Insiders got rich, retail got wrecked. 2021 SPAC. Insiders got rich, retail got wrecked. And nobody is just gonna give you the front of the line for free. So you have two choices in the next 24 hours. Buy the most expensive listing in market history at the open and pray that you're an exception to a 54% median drawdown, or maybe you get rich on it, but almost nobody knows. So the best way to handle this is just to sit on the sidelines and wait. Trust me, you're not gonna miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime by doing that, and most of the mistakes that you make that will make you a poor investor come from FOMO.
MK Ultra never really ended, and it's instead been upgraded into your AirPods. This is an official patent submitted by Apple to include EEG signal tracking within their new AirPod structure. EEG is how your brainwaves are monitored. So say you're in a heightened state of awareness, or maybe you're in a really bad mood. That means that Apple AirPods would be able to sense this and would potentially even be able to influence it, because who's to say they can also give information as well as receive it. For those of you that don't know what MK Ultra is, this was actually an experiment done in the 50s and 60s by the CIA in America, and they were basically looking at how they can control people's minds via subconscious reprogramming. You can get into your subconscious mind via a variety of things, music and audio being one of them. A huge part of the MK Ultra program was into acoustic neuromodulation, which is essentially how certain frequencies in repetitive sounds can get somebody into a highly impressionable state where their subconscious mind is easily hacked. Once a person is in this brainwave state, anything can be implanted. Thoughts, fears, compliance. Let your mind wander with that one. The difference with that program is it requires heavy machinery and isolated rooms, whereas we willingly put in electrodes into our ear just because they play our favorite song. What do you think about this? Is it history repeating itself in another form, or is it just me overthinking?
Someone in the comment section had mentioned that you don't even need EEG because they have data on what we're listening to, and music is emotional. They said they already know if we're happy or if we're sad. That is deep. So I don't think she's reaching. I truly believe in history does repeat itself. So she may be on to something with what she's saying. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty interesting. Thank you, X, for the video.
Basically, the world that they want for most people is going to look something like this.
Good morning, citizens.
Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Oh my.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest.
This a Black Mirror episode?
The government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
Oh no.
Me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Dang.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Can you guys please let me through?
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended.
It's a great video.
Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in.
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility?
What the heck?
Yeah, that is what they want. Now, will they get it? That's still to be seen.
Thank you, Jay, for the videos.
The Antichrist. Whoa. I said that within 2 minutes of him being shot in the head. I said that, and I believe Donald Trump was the beast of Revelation, shot in the head of Revelation 13:3, where it says the beast was fatally wounded, his wound was healed, and then he came back to make war with the saints, spill their blood, kill them all. For 42 months he would remain in power, and then the second beast would rise and make everybody take a mark on their hand or forehead, which I believe is the chip, and I believe that's Elon Musk. It's also said that the second beast, who I believe is Elon Musk, will deceive with fire from the sky.
And he's doing that.
SpaceX.
There was just an explosion last week.
Come on, bro.
Holy
you gonna
crap.
tell me that Revelation ain't real? You gonna tell me these prophecies ain't real? How'd the Bible predict what we're going through right now? How'd the Bible know that they're gonna try to make us take a chip? It literally says in the right palm or in the head.
They're not clones. It's worse than that. Everyone's talking about celebrity clones, but what if I told you it's not cloning? It's something the Bible warned us about 3,000 years ago. And you've seen it. Your favorite artist suddenly acts different, or your favorite actor, a different energy, different eyes, and people say they cloned them. But listen, cloning is the cover story for what's actually happening. The Canaanites practiced child sacrifice to Moloch, but it wasn't just killing. In Leviticus 18 and 21, they call it passing through the fire. They were performing soul transfer rituals, harvesting life force and putting entities into other bodies. That technology never died. It just went underground. When someone signs their life away to the industry, that's a covenant. It's a trauma-based programming, and it fractures the original soul. And rituals create the opening. The original person dies spiritually, and a prepared entity walks its way on in the same body but a different driver. And that's why they seem off. In Mark 5 and 9, it says legion, multiple entities in one body, familiar spirits. In Leviticus 19 and 31, it says demons that mimic the person they replaced. This isn't new. It's ancient Canaanite tech repackaged for entertainment industrial complex. It explains sudden personality changes, lost memories, and different mannerisms, and doing unspeakable things without remorse, because their conscience left And what's operating now is something else entirely. They don't clone bodies, they steal them. And you're watching it happen in real time.
Saturn is inhabited by aliens and is being hidden from us.
Saturn is inhabited. Somebody's there.
But the surface is not solid. It's gas.
First of all, no, you don't know that. You've been told that.
Oh.
I got stuff on Saturn you don't have. Very, very impressive scientist from NASA. He began to explain to me stuff about Saturn that blew my mind. My first question was, why the rings? Some of them have said the ring like a dish, like a television dish for deep space communication. So when Saturn moves around, the rings are around it. It's like a dish. And now they can pick up communication from way out.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and break it down regarding the Knicks. Now, I've never felt more dark, dense energy around a sporting event than this one right now.
Speak on it.
All sports is most definitely Freemason satanic geometry. Also sigil magic, if you know anything about that. Meant to harness and siphon your energy for whatever they want to use it for.
Right.
In 2024, I dated Stephon Marbury for a little while.
Okay.
And in the middle of a fight, because he came at me with ill intent. You know, he actually had a girlfriend in China and he was cheating on her or whatever, and he was lying to me about it. But in the middle of a fight, he kind of broke and mentioned his Masonic ties. Now, in order to, every one of these athletes has been through the sodomy ritual. So during that time, I also noticed a comment on his Instagram, and it was like, you know, from a no-name profile, whatever, but he told me that he's got like 250 family members in New York City. So it was like some one-off cousin coming and saying and accusing him of having sexual relations with Kevin Durant.
What?
You know? So to take all this into account, it's a fallacial type of sport. If you really look at the court when it's laid out, it's two phalluses pointing at the portal in the middle. So all of this is actually very anti-feminine divine. It's hatred for women, hatred for creation. And yeah, that's what's going on out here. So, you know, obviously they make money. It's all attention and energy. We'll see what happens with, you know, the whole finals event. But yeah, just look a little deeper because there are secrets. Oh, one more thing. Jockey, remember that cartoon? One more thing. So I speculate. So stuff came out of the Epstein files, and Epstein was highly interested in athletes and NBA players. I speculate, this is all alleged, that they took Sebastian Telfair's DNA and pumped it into LeBron. And maybe some other players. But Sebastian Telfair was the chosen one. He was the truth. He had the real DNA. And they gave him a bad script and destroyed his life. There you go. Peace be with you all. Love you all. Mwah.
Who is Sebastian? Okay. Now we gotta look him up. Why do they know I was talking about them? Anywho. I don't know if I know him. Y'all know him? Sebastian Telfair? Or Stefan? Apparently people was looking this up because for this to pop up is because of that girl's video.
Why they're hiding it. We began to find ancient cities that we could find because the ice was melting so quickly. And you can see the wall structure. So we found 5 cities, all right? If the ice has been there for at least 34 million years or less, that's ancient civilization that nobody talks about. Now, when we found evidence of that, when I posted it on the website, it always got blurred out. So thank goodness I saved the pictures.
Don't exist. Dr. Thomas Cowan wrote a book called The Contagion Myth that showed that they had not proved Done tons of studies during the Spanish flu. They took infected like phlegm from people and put it in other people's face and had them cough and them. No one got infected. And they've tried this multiple times. They haven't proven that cause infectivity.
Wow.
And what they're seeing under electron microscope, they're labeling a virus. How do we know that if it's never been infective? And they're saying that, you know, the samples you get from people's sputum, people say, oh, we can't culture it. We can't culture it out because it's this tiny, like, delicate particle. Oh, yeah, it passes between people and gets inside your cells and infects you. It doesn't sound too delicate to me.
Thank you, Ileana, for the video. I'm just gonna say it feels good to be back. Y'all, I have not filmed in about 2 weeks, but y'all wouldn't know that though. I'm just snitching on myself, but I just want to give a huge shout out to all those that sent in their videos. I truly appreciate it. I learned a lot. Y'all know me and my mindset when it comes to the NBA being rigged. That one I love to hear. The one where the tree or the branches was floating in the sky was a crazy video. On top of, what else do we have in here? That bungee jumping video. I'm sorry, but that was on my feed and I got the multiple angle one because I didn't know what was happening. And then when I looked at the video, I said, why is this on my feed? I just don't like stuff like that. And then they don't even be announcing like warning, like they just, I don't know. We had a very great rotation of videos. I just want to say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. For those that want their video on here along with the shout out, all you have to do, literally, this is one thing. It's only one thing you gotta do. Is to join our Discord. The link is in the description down below. Make sure to go check it out. I have a threads called Conspiracy Theory Reaction and it's under the YouTube thing. You guys will see it when you guys get on there, but basically, long story short, that's where you guys will go and drop you guys' whatever, if it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere that you guys have videos at, drop them there, and that's how I'll see it and how I'll react to them. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys, we are on the road to 1 million subscribers. I just want to say thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I truly cannot thank you guys enough. Seriously, I really just want to just say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys show, whether you guys are liking, you guys are commenting, you guys are subscribing, you guys are joining the Discord to share the videos for me to react to, whether you guys are copying the merch. Y'all, this is my burnt offering. For those that don't understand the concept of burnt offering, but let me finish the rest of my sentence. This is the burnt offering merch. You guys go to shopperkyy.com. Link is in the description down below. Go check this out. This is one of many of the merch that I have on the website. Now, this one right here, I'm going to have to explain to you guys. Basically, long story short, we're burnt offering. We're supposed to be a burnt offering unto Yahuwah on a daily basis. If you guys go back and you guys read Torah, it talks about how the Levitical priests were always sacrificing like the animals that had to be sacrificed day and night because that was a sweet smelling aroma to Yahuwah's nostrils. So to put it in how we're supposed to be one, we're supposed to be dying to ourselves daily to live for Yahuwah because that offering that he's getting from us daily is a sweet smelling aroma to him. We are being the lights in this world. While this world is in darkness and chaos, we're being the lights. We're being the food that Yahuwah can, you know what I'm saying, that he can smell and eat off of. So just want to just throw that out there because I know this one, people may not get it, but we're supposed to be burnt offerings unto Yahuwah. And if you guys go back and you guys read Torah portion, you guys will see it. Oh, while we're talking about the merch, I'm having some technical difficulties with the Super Faith merch. So for those that have been purchasing, I know that there's been 2 orders that have been canceled because I'm dealing with copyright infringement. So Super Faith may be coming to an end. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So for those that ordered Super Faith and is like, you guys got like a cancellation and got your money back, that's why. That's like what's happening behind the scenes. But I gotta give all praise, all kabod, all honor to our Sapa Yahuwah Lu and our Abba Adonai Yahusha Hamashiach because I'm a vessel that they work in and through, so I have to give credit and honor where it's due. If I'm going to boast, it has to be and must be in Yahuwah and Yahusha Hamashiach because there's nothing that I do on my own. It is what they do in and through me, so I have to let that be known. So I'm just a vessel and I'm just a steward over what they rightfully own. And I'm blessed, grateful, and appreciative that I get to say that I'm a daughter of Yahuwah and Yahusha HaMashiach. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. It's like I said, it's been 2 weeks since I filmed. So this is the first video coming back, but I pray y'all enjoyed it. Y'all let me know what you guys' favorite video was. Let me know which one was interesting to you guys. And again, if y'all got some juicy theories, go ahead and join the Discord. The link's in the description down below. But that's all for this one. Y'all know me. Gotta react to some more. But y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.